Well, as you guys know, I had a feeling something like this would happen. Ready to run and gun? Time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Trick Talk Wisdom. Anyway. So, I did a video not too long ago about Bass getting rid of the entry fees. And I mentioned something about the sponsorships, what would happen with that. But I also said that, we'll see what happens with whatever else comes up. Well, it has. And one of the things that some of the guys have mentioned is about the payouts not being as good as they used to be. If you finish down below, you can at least get some kind of a decent check. I know Milliken did a video on how this all works out monetarily, and I'm not trying to mention his name just so I can help him with his channel or anything, because I'll be honest with you guys, I can't stand the boy. Let's just say I think he's a piece of work. He's a bad example for the industry. But with that being said, he made this whole video about, at least you can cash a check like this, cash a check like this. When they cash a check like this, well, this guy now is 50 grand in the hole. This guy right here is now 75 in the hole. Me right now, I'm this in the hole. And this, that, and the other. Well, whether you guys realize it or not, that dude makes a freaking fortune on his channel. And he's going to cry the blues about being in the hole. No sympathy. But these other guys are mentioning this and everything. Well, here's the thought that I'm thinking about, and I'm not dogging these guys for saying stuff like that, but it's about 45 grand to pay out right off the bat to fish the BASS season. Okay. Add to that gas, lodging, maintenance, just to name a few. But if the entry fees are gone, then all you have is gas, lodging, food, maintenance. You don't have the 45 grand to spend. Now, a lot of the numbers that were being thrown up were not far off the 45 grand. So, if you're not spending that initial 45 grand, wouldn't that kind of help you break even? That's just my question. And like I said again, I'm not dogging these guys for putting these numbers together. I mean, it's not just him. There's a bunch of guys put these numbers together. And I can see where they're coming from. But it's like I said in that one video, it's like you chose what you're doing. And you can't expect things to always stay the same year after year. Especially you got people in BASS who've never even fished a tournament making the decisions for you. Kind of like me at work. Dude, he makes a decision for me, never even swung a hammer. He wants to try to tell me how to do my job. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. But, and I'm not calling these guys whiny butts or anything, because I'm not. I have nothing against them putting numbers together. But my thought is, if you're not spending the initial 45 grand, that's 45 grand you just saved. That you didn't have last year, year before last. So now you're basically just getting free entry fees, and it allows you Me personally, I would think it would make you a little bit more competitive. Just for a simple fact that you don't have to worry about breaking even because you spent $5,000 to fish that tournament. Of course, some guys, because they have spent the entry fee, will be more competitive. Everybody's different. Everybody handles things differently. But my whole thing is, if you're not spending the money for the entry fee, and all you've got is food, gas, lodging, maintenance, I mean, you're still saving $45,000. But at the same time, you don't have to fish tournaments for a living if you don't want to. I mean, I'm sure they have degrees in other things. I mean, one of the things that let's take NFL players. Some of them have communications degrees from college. When they played college football, and people think, that's kind of dumb, kind of communications degree, whatever. Look how many of them guys are doing TV now. They're doing the pre-game shows. They're doing the games, announcing games and stuff, making a fortune. Yeah, you got to have something to fall back on. And I understand some of these guys don't. Some of these guys don't have anything to fall back on. I understand that. I'm not knocking them for that. But what do you guys think? I'm sure I'll get some comments on this. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll get, you're an idiot. Just make sure you spell it with a capital I. But that's enough from my infinite wisdom, which means buckus. So anyway, what do you guys think? So until next time, remember, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you and keep in Yeshua's name, and as always, fish on.